Hello guys, in this lesson, we are going to enter into the world of networking. We will talk about jobs you can do related to networking, what is a computer network, its benefits and what it can be used for. You have several jobs open to you with a knowledge of networking. You can be network administrator, where you help manage and maintain a company's computer network. Network technician, it's similar to a network administrator, but more focused on the technical aspects like installing and configuring network hardware and software. Network engineer, it's a more advanced networking role where you design, implement and maintain an organization's entire network infrastructure. This typically requires several years of networking experience. IT support specialist, where you provide technical assistance to users on the company's network. You would help troubleshoot network issues and provide solutions. Network security specialist, it's a role focused on securing a company network and data. You would implement security policies, firewalls, intrusion detection systems and other security measures. Many other jobs still exist in the job market and are in high demand. Let's go to the definition of a computer network. A computer network is a set of hardware and software resources that allow the exchange of data, services or resources between several computing devices. A computer network not only connects computers and servers, but also smartphones, televisions, speakers, and any object that can be shared or needs to access shared resources. In fact, today, a computer network is used to interconnect all types of objects that need to exchange information. For example, a switch that turns on a light must exchange information. The sensor must transmit the captured information to a processing system. The controller must transmit information to the motor to start it. Let's continue with the benefits of networking. With this invention, we can now communicate with people over long distances via text messages, social networks, collaboration tools, blogs, wikis or podcasts. You don't have to be in a classroom to learn. You can take courses available in large quantities online. You can listen to music, watch movies, read books, play games offline or online. Data networks have evolved to help us make our work easier, and online training reduces the number of trips, which are often time-consuming and costly. Let's move on to components. A network can be as simple as the connection between two computers via a single cable, or as complex as a collection of networks spanning the globe. The network infrastructure includes three main categories of network components: end devices and intermediate devices, services, and medium or media. So, what is the first component? An end device corresponds to the equipment from which a message originates, or from where it is received. Data originates from an end device, traverses the network, and arrives at an end device. Each computer connected to a network is called a host or end device. On the other hand, intermediate device interconnects the end devices. Examples include switches, wireless access points, routers, and firewalls. Managing data as it travels through a network is also the role of an intermediary device, including regenerating and retransmitting data signals, manage information showing paths that exist through the network and internetwork, notify other devices of communication errors and failures. The second component are services. Services include clients and servers. Servers are computers that provide information. For example, mail, web or file servers. Clients use computers that send requests to servers to retrieve information such as a web page from a web server or an email from a mail server. The third component is media. Communication between two devices takes place on a physical medium that allows the transmission of bits of information. Networks generally use three types of media: copper cable, which is for electrical conduct, fiber optic for light, and wireless transmission. Now let's look at the network representations. Network diagrams, often called topology diagrams, use symbols to represent devices within the network. I will show you an example of a network topology. There are two main topologies. The first is physical, and the second logical. The physical topology is all the equipment which makes it possible to establish the network and make it work. For example, Ethernet cables, fiber optics, coaxial cables, etc. They make it possible to physically connect the equipment to each other. Connectors, which are wall outlets, patch panels, network power strips. They are used to connect cables to network equipment. Logical topology describes the logical pathways that data flows in the network. Data flow refers to how data moves and is shared between devices in a network. Logical topology focuses on how devices communicate and share data, regardless of their physical layout. Let's move to common types of networks. Network infrastructures vary widely in terms of the size of the area covered, the number of connected users, the number and types of services available, and the area of responsibility. There is two common types of networks: local area network, LAN, and wide area network, WAN. A LAN is a network infrastructure that covers a limited geographical area. The main functions of LAN is to interconnect terminal devices in a limited area. It is administered by a single organization or a single individual. This organization or individual provide customers with high-speed bandwidth to internal devices. LAN, local area network, are connected to each other through WAN, wide area networks. WAN is a network infrastructure that covers a large geographical area, generally administered by one or more service providers. They provide slower speed links between local networks. WAN, wide area networks, are connected to each other. So, in which type of network is our internet? Internet is a WAN network because it's a global collection of interconnected local and wide area networks. Let's talk about how the user can access the internet. There are many ways to connect users and businesses to the internet. A user, residential or business, must use the services of an internet service provider, ISP, to connect to the internet. An ISP can use several access technologies to connect its customers. Some technologies are mainly used to provide residential type access. Other technologies are more appropriate for providing business type access. There are several internet access technologies for residential and small office. The first one is by cables, offered by cable TV service providers. The second is by DSL, digital subscriber line or loop, offered by former landline telephone service providers. The third is by cellular, which uses a mobile phone network to connect to the internet. The fourth is by satellite, used for rural areas without cable service providers. Lastly, we have the optical fiber, PON, offered by former landline telephone service providers or by new cable providers. There are also several internet access technologies for medium and large business. Corporate business links may require increased bandwidth, dedicated connection, and managed services. So, the first access technology is by least dedicated line. These are reserved circuits within the service provider's network that connect remote offices to private voice and or data networks. The second is by WAN Ethernet. This extends LAN access technology to the WAN. The third one is by ADSL. Business ADSL is available in a variety of formats, including symmetric digital subscriber lines, SDSL. It is a type of DSL internet connection that uses your existing phone line. Lastly, we have the satellite. This can provide a connection when a wired solution is not available. But today, the vast majority of business connections are made using fiber optics. We can see all the internet access technologies for a business in the following diagram. Let's check what a company network looks like. We can see routers which direct data packets between devices on a network using routing tables that contain routes of IP addresses and networks. Switches that connects devices within a network and filter and forward data packets to the appropriate devices. Firewalls which filter network traffic to protect the network from unauthorized access. They block unwanted traffic and allow improved traffic and applications. Access points who provide Wi-Fi access for wireless devices to connect to the network. They connect wireless devices to network switches or routers. Servers, that centralized hardware that provides services and storage for other devices on the network. Common servers include file servers, database servers, email servers, and web servers. Workstations and client computers, who are devices that access and utilizes the resources provided by servers on the network. They can be PCs, laptops, and in some cases, smartphones. Patches and cabling, who are network infrastructure, consists of physical cabling like Ethernet, fiber optic, and Wi-Fi to connect all the devices. Regular security patches are also critical to maintain a secure network. Lastly, we have network management software, who are applications used to monitor network health, configure devices, troubleshoot issues, and manage network security. Those are the primary hardware and software components that make up the infrastructure of a typical company network. Let's move on to the trends of networks. The role of the network needs to adjust and transform continuously to be able to keep up with end user devices and new technologies as they are continuously supplied to the market. Several new networking trends affecting organizations and consumers have been developed. BYOD, online collaboration, video communications, cloud computing, smart home technology, and wireless broadband. BYOD stands for Bring Your Own Device. BYOD is a major global trend that allows users to use their own devices, giving them more options and greater flexibility. BYOD gives users the freedom to use personal tools to access information and communicate using their laptops, netbooks, tablets, smartphones, and e-readers. We now can collaborate and work with others within the network on common projects with online collaboration. Collaboration tools, including Cisco WebEx, shown in the image, allow users to connect and interact instantly. Online collaboration is a very high priority for business and education. Cisco WebEx Teams is a multifunctional collaboration tool. With that, you can send instant messages, post an image, post videos and links. Video communication has increased since COVID-19. Video calls are made to anyone, no matter where they are. Video conferencing is a powerful tool for communicating with other remote users, both regionally and internationally. Video is becoming an essential requirement for effective collaboration. Smart home technology is a growing trend that allows technology to be integrated into everyday devices, allowing them to interconnect with other devices. Ovens can tell you what time to cook a meal by communicating with your calendar to find out what time you need to be home. Smart home technologies are being developed and will soon be integrated into every room in the house. In addition to ADSL and cable, wireless is another option used to connect individuals and small businesses to the internet. More commonly used in rural settings, a wireless internet service provider, WISP, is an ISP that connects subscribers to designated access points. Wireless broadband is another solution for individuals and small businesses. Antennas are installed outside the home to provide wired or wireless connectivity to home devices.